Cemetery Seekers! Hi. It has been a long time, life has happened, many a thing, but we are back again, cemetery seeking for you Taphophiles, in a wonderful little area of the world of Hampshire. It is called Whitchurch. This area, we are here for a specific reason, for the Watership Down relation to Richard Adams and his burial here and all things like that. But first, we are in Freefolk, which is where the Watership Down Inn is. Wonderful place. We're going to be investigating this one today. So this one is St. Mary the Virgin of Freefolk, and opposite there is St. Nicholas. So it looks like the two of them are twinned. Perhaps the other one is older, but I don't know anything about them. It's a holiday. I'm not going to go researching everything. You guys can see that if you wish. We're going to go have a look at it. The first thing I'm going to say is this amazing door here that has Latin on it, Pax Intrantibus, which is amazing. So in we go to have a look at this astoundingly beautiful church. Look how picturesque that is on the hill. So wandering up to the front of the church, we'll have a look properly in a moment. I'm just noticing all of the gravestones here have wonderful lichen and mosses on. This one, I'm trying to see dates, but again, they're quite old. Let's have a look at this one that just say on the top of it, at rest. 1933, there we go. So I think the reason that they're very lichen and mossy covered is because it's so high up. So we've got a lot of weather damage going on here, I would imagine. I love on the top here, there's all wooden shutters up there. Whether or not they still open, that's really, really beautiful. I'm astounded by the type of stone. Just the colour of it up on the hill as well. You do see this from miles around, so that's the purpose of a lot of churches. Look at that wonderful wood carving. That's amazing that that's even survived. Wow. And this lovely entryway with all the sun. Obviously it's not open in a tiny town like this, but wonderful view. Let's have a look around the actual graves themselves. So the one that's closest to the entryway here, the date is possibly one of the oldest I've seen in a long time. Cannot make out his name, but he's got these wonderful work tools with his horseshoe and his hammer and some, I guess, like for blacksmithing. Whoever he was a workman in the home farm, and the date I can see here is 1309 or 1399, which that's one of the oldest I've seen in a long time. And onwards to St. Nicholas Church. So here we have St. Nicholas Church, which clearly is very small, very quaint, as I like to say. There's the date of 1703, and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gravestones. That's all we have in front here. Whether or not there was more underneath my feet, who can tell? But ain't gonna know who these people are, I'm afraid. There's no way. Wonder if I can see through the window. Let's have a look, shall we? Ooh, you can. Just about. Still very well kept. But apparently they hold services monthly, so it's still an active place. Oh, nice. It's like a clay crest on there. Little lion. And a beautiful door. Shall I try it, everyone? I doubt it will work, but it's nice to just hear the old... Oh my... It's actually open. It's actually open. I'm gobsmacked. Eddie, this is beautiful.
Wow,
Okay.
the door's just open.
I'm going to take this in and film a bit for you. So there's a little bit of info here. I'm amazed at how trustworthy. Look at that on the knight's helmet on there. I'm going to show all this properly in a minute, but a little bit of an introduction so we actually know where we are. So it is St Nicholas Church, Freefolk, Hampshire, and is 13th century, and also the site of a temple to the goddess Frigg, which is amazing. So this obviously has Norse connections to it. I'm just amazed that it's just left open, so if somebody came for like a pilgrimage or something, they could just stay here overnight if there was bad weather or something and just leave the next day. We were just saying it's that kind of vibe about it. So the owner built it in 1265. That's absolutely incredible. William of Chabergrave. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Apparently it's exactly the same as it was when it was first built. It's not had extensions on it. It's not been changed whatsoever. Let's have a look here if there's anything else of relevance. It's still the original floor. And it is grade protected, which is great. That's why it looks as good as it does. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to cut this here and just take this in and film it all for you guys. So the main thing that draws your eye when you come in here is the, I'm going to say tomb of Sir Richard Powlett. Just reading through. Yep, it's got a lot of his detail on there about his life. And these astounding pieces here. Just look at how beautiful and anatomically correct. I think that's even life size. Just move around it so you can see the 3D relief. And then we have Sir Richard here, who's reclining on his gauntlet. Look at that mega plank. He's doing a planking exercise for the ages there. And got his knight helmet. He's not really sleeping. I guess he's resting. And up here there is the knight helmet and spur. And I'm taking the bottom here would be his children. Going round the side here, got some beautiful lead reliefs, some wooden plaques, gorgeous lead windows with the light coming through, and just next to the wooden pews, this wonderfully painted piece. Oh, it's the 10 Commandments. Wow. I'll get a bit closer. So is on wood as well. Just painted on there somehow, lasted all these years since the 13th century. Isn't it astounding, Mary? There's a guest book there. I think we're going to sign that before we leave so that people know we came. Just gobsmacked at how beautiful it is. Even at the back here. This is just open too. Okay, let's lock it up tight. Let's have the lovely sound of this door. There we go. So there you have it. It is going to be a conclusion now, I think, of cemetery seeks and visiting where Richard Adams was most inspired for his wonderful book. So up here, it's so peaceful. You can't hit anything for miles. I can see why you would choose the Rabbit's Burrow and Warren to be up here. It's just, you can see so far, and it is quite the trek. So for a rabbit to come up here must have taken a long time. I think in the book it does take them quite a while, but just for the sake of, you would, if you were going to be walking, definitely have to get a taxi here. The roads are not safe to walk down. We went to White Hill car park as like a little lay-by, yes. Right? Just get dropped off there. Then you can walk along the path that goes all the way up to the top where Richard Adams' tree is planted, and just enjoy the sights, read some of the book, be inspired yourself. So from us, it's going to be a goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed this trip all the way through Whitchurch of the Hampshire Downs and Watership Down. Bye for now, everyone. Bye.